Alright, I'll be the first to admit I have a stationery problem. You have my word, I will not get any more stationery. Oh look, more stationery. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of stationery already. I cannot be stopped. If I don't constantly own entirely too much stationery, I am not at my peak. And so we are here again today to share the addiction, I don't know. The lovely people at Stationery Pal reached out to me again and wanted to send me some more of their goodies, as well as organize another giveaway for all of you lovely folks. So stay tuned for a little later on in the video for when I give away details about the giveaway. But for now, let's look at the stuff. People at Stationery Pal were so sweet to send me all of this stuff. Just like last time, I cannot recommend their stuff enough. I love all of the things that Stationery Pal has on their website. So if you are interested in getting anything, I will have a link that you can use in the description box below. And you can also use my discount code if you're looking to save a bit of money. And if you want to get anything from the website, now would be a really good time because they have a lot of fun Black Friday stuff going on. So you might want to check that out. With that out of the way, let's get into the unboxing, which I did already film, but I was able to control myself a little bit and I saved it for when I actually had like my proper setup. So as always, their packaging was beautiful. I loved it. I really like unboxing their stuff because it's like a little treasure hunt because they have a bunch of little goodies in there. And they are so sweet to send me those little extra goodies. They sent me these little Christmas stationery things because, you know, Christmas. I really like these pens. They are quite adorable. I really like cute pens. Like the best of us. It also came with this tiny little ruler and tiny little pencil sharpener. I say tiny, this is like regular pencil sharpener size. It also came with these pencils that I completely forgot to mention, so there you go. They also sent me another cute little teddy bear, which I did not give to Zola this time. And then they also sent me these little pins that are like plushes. They're like bunny heads with little flower clips in their ears. And they sent me 3 of those. I ended up gifting those to my sister because I own way too many pins and I don't know where to put all of them. I really enjoyed them and my sister really enjoyed them. They're pretty great. The packages that they send me are always just super fun to open. They have a lot of fun little confetti stuff. I don't think I pointed it out last time, but the bubble wrap was heart-shaped, which is just... It's heart-shaped bubble wrap. Anyway, let's stop talking about the box, Oliver, and let's actually get into the stationery. Since it is what I am testing all of the stuff out in this video, I think it is best to start with this little guy. It's a tiny little notebook. Look at it. This is a Kokuyo? Not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it is a tiny little spiral notebook, and it's actually refillable, which is the main reason that I got it. When it comes to notebooks like this, where there's a fun little design on the front, I always get very, nervous, scared to use them, because then once it's full, I will feel really sad tossing it. But I don't got it this time. The kiddies are here to stay forever. Inside there is graph paper, and then I believe the refill is B4. I'm really bad at paper sizes, but I really like this paper. It's actually super soft, and even though it feels fairly thin, there is minimal bleed through and ghosting, which is always a plus. It didn't come with a lot of paper inside, but again, it is refillable, so you can always just fill it up with more paper if you need more. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is plenty because I don't really know what I'm gonna use it for. I just really wanted it. Next up, we will move on to some writing supplies, because I have a very large pen problem. It cannot be contained. First and foremost, I got this Tombow brush pen. I actually had all of the Tombow brush pens that they had available, like the water-based ones, and I don't know what happened to this one, but it was just gone. I just couldn't find it one day, and I was very sad because having the entire set there with one spot missing is extremely unsatisfying, so I am happy to say I have it again, and hopefully it'll stay here and not go missing again. Just like last time, I got some Pokemon stuff because I'm in love with Pokemon, and it's been my obsession since I was like 5 years old. These ones are Pilot Juice pens, and they come in these 4 different colors. There's a purple, a blue, a mint green, and a pink. The colors on these are just really nice, and also Pokemon. They have like the Pokemon and then like little candies. And so here's Pikachu. And then here we got Mew with donuts, my favorite candy. I should have just said sweets. This one is a Galarian Ponyta. And then this one is an Eevee. Which it's funny because these all have like the English names on them spelled exactly how you would expect them to be. Because it's like the correct spelling of the English names. But then this one, I guess they wrote out the English name with like the Japanese pronunciation. It looks very strange to me. I am not used to that spelling at all, but you know what? I love it anyway. The mint green one is very, very light, and it's kind of hard to see when you write with it, but I could definitely see me using this to add a splash of color to my sketches in my sketchbook. Kind of a continuation from my last Stationery Pal haul. I got some Muji pens. I got some in 2 different colors last time, and I loved them, and so I wanted to be sure I got some more. This time I got a light blue, I got a red, and I got a purple. These pens are so nice to write with. They run so smoothly. The ink is amazing. And also they are quite thin, which I really like because I love having thin lines in both my writing and my art. These are definitely going in my pencil case. The last sort of pen things that I got are these Resun gel ink pens. The main reason I wanted to get these are because of the colors. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of colored pens, but you know what? You can never have too many because, I mean, pens run out of ink. And that's the excuse I'm gonna go with. I would say that these two have ink that is most accurate to what the actual barrel is. This one is a lot darker. This one's just a tad bit darker. And this one is more of like a mustard yellow than a pastel yellow, which if you are writing with them is actually better because if it was a pastel yellow, it would be very hard to see. When I was testing them all out, my hand brushed up against the one above me and it smeared it a little bit. So just keep that in mind if you are going to be writing or drawing with these. I would recommend letting the ink sit for a little bit to avoid any smudging because after I had time to sit for a second, it really did not budge. And also I tested these with some alcohol markers and they didn't really bleed, which was really great. I cannot attest to how they would go with alcohol markers if you just kept layering it on top of itself. I believe I did one layer and then just another thin layer on top of that. They might smear a little bit if you really layer it on, but if I'm just making a quick little drawing, I can actually use these as the line art, which is very nice. And lastly, I got these fun little highlighters. I almost called them erasers. These are not erasers. This is another sort of continuation of my last Stationery Pal unboxing. It's these cream color highlighters. There was 2 sets on their website. Last time I got one of them, and this time I got the other because I enjoyed them so much. I already put them all in my pencil case, and so I don't entirely remember which colors were a part of which, but you could see me as I'm unboxing it and see what colors are in here. I really like all of these colors. I really love the more like duller muted color highlighters. I think it's because that's not colors you see with highlighters very often, and so I'm just more drawn to those, but I really like the more square rectangular barrel. When I first got these, I was afraid that they would be kind of awkward to hold because of the shape, but they're not. They're really comfortable to hold. Next up, got some more paper goodies. I really love post-it notes and fun little crafting paper, scrapbooking paper sorts of stuff, anything along those lines, because whenever I fill out my sketchbook, I like to sketch in pen. I prefer that over anything else, but also pens don't have erasers normally. And so if you make a mistake, or if you just want to add a little bit of visual flair to your sketchbook, it's really nice to have post-it notes, scrapbooking paper, any other type of paper that you can paste into there. Of course, you can add it just to add something visually to it, but also it's really good for covering up any pen mistakes, which is something I do very often and something that my subscribers already know well enough. And so I guess we will start here. I got, these are memo pads and these are post-it notes. So these are the only ones with a sticky on the back, but I got this lined one, I got this grid paper one, and I got this dot paper one. These two aren't post-it notes, and so you just rip it off. There's nothing there. They're also double-sided, and then you can paste them in your sketchbook, or if you just want to keep them on your desk to write little notes and little reminders, that is also an option. I just realized I ripped this off and now I have nowhere to post it, so you're just gonna you can go over there. I also prefer stuff like this versus plain paper, because sometimes the scrapbooking paper or crafting paper, they usually have patterns on them, and while they are very nice to add a cool visual effect in your sketchbook, sometimes if you're using it to cover up a pen mistake, depending on what the pattern is, it can really be hard to see. But also, the plain white regular notebook paper is a little bit more boring, I guess, for lack of a better word, and so I really like stuff like this, where there's a little bit of a pattern or a texture to them. I think it just makes everything look a lot more visually interesting. Speaking of visually interesting, we got one of these. This is a little memo pad of different scrapbooking papers, and there's just a bunch of little designs on them. Sometimes it's like text, sometimes it's an object, sometimes it's a photo, but there's a bunch of cool stuff in here. There's a lot of pages, and so I don't think I'm gonna flip through every single one of them, but in the back there's more actual full-length pictures on this more like almost newspapery type of paper. And then the first half are stuff like this where they're more of collages. Oh, that's fine. You can take these out and just use this entire sheet, or you can cut out each individual thing, or like cut around the words, or whatever you want to do. As you can probably see from these, I just really, really like it. It's such a fun little addition to have. Last time I got something similar to this, but it was of flowers and it was a lot smaller. This one's a little bit too big to put in my pencil case, but I do like to keep it right on my desk, so whenever I'm working on my sketchbook at home, this is nice and easy to grab. I want to show you guys my favorite page. Hold on. It gets a good giggle out of me every time. Deja vu. I love it. This is definitely something I can recommend. If you watched my last Stationery Pal haul video, you probably have seen stuff like this before. These are some more post-it notes, but they're like watercolor paint swatches, and I loved the last ones that I got, so I wanted to get a couple more in a few different colors. So I got this more like orange tan type of thing, and then I got this purpley one. There's perforations on them, so you could rip off each individual swatch, or you could just take the entire thing off and do whatever with it. I don't know. Do whatever you do with post-it notes. But similar to these ones, I just really prefer stuff like this over regular plain paper because it just adds a lot to your sketchbook. And also I like to just have a bunch of different colors because I use a bunch of different colors. Speaking of a bunch of different colors, I got these tiny, tiny little post-it notes that are like circles. I love these a lot. I am really excited to use these more. I just think they're very neat. My current sketchbook is not the biggest, and so I think stuff like this is really, really nice to have. And just because of the shape of them, not only are they really nice to use when covering up pen mistakes, but they also can just be used as a way to decorate your page. Like right here, I used them right here to cover up this little anatomy mistake that I made where I made the finger way too long. But then also I used it to put right here, and then I cut a little bit along the edge just so it could be nice and flush against the drawing, and it just adds a lot to some simple sketches. And I figured between these three I have a good variety of colors on here. I really like how it's not just like all like oranges and all purples. Like this one, they get to be a little bit more gray. This one is a little bit more red. It's just super nice. These are definitely going in my pencil case, and I am going to be using them a lot. Lastly, for the little paper goods, I got what would I call these? Are these, what did you call these memo pads? I don't really know, but they're mushrooms. They're really nice. Each little stack is the same, and so these are all the same pattern. It comes with 3 different patterns. They had a couple of different themes, I guess, but I decided to go with this mushroom one. I just thought that it looked really cool. There's really no other reason other than that I got them. I just thought they looked neat, and sometimes that's all you need with stationery. I haven't had the chance to use these yet, but I know I am going to get a lot of use out of them because look at them. Next up, we have Miscellaneous. I don't really know what I would group these in as other than like miscellaneous tools. I don't know. One that I am probably most excited about is this, which is an electric eraser. For some reason, when I got it, I didn't think that it would require batteries. I don't know where I thought the electric part came in. I'm not the brightest sometimes. I really, really like this. Electric erasers are something that I've always wanted to try out, but they always seemed kind of, I guess, gimmicky. Like I never really saw the point, but I have used it, and it's definitely not a tool that I would say you need necessarily, but it is a tool that is very, very handy to have if you do have access to one. If you've never used one before, I can really recommend it, especially like me, if you tend to work a little bit smaller when it comes to traditional art. Picture this. Have you ever been drawing something and let's say you're drawing a face and you needed to erase a tiny part above the eye? Maybe let's say you need to change a strand of hair, but then you go to erase it and oh no, you erased the eyeball. That's not cool. Well, let me introduce you to electric eraser. You don't even really need to move your hand when you are erasing with it. You just put it where you need it to, and then I'm beginning to realize that this is a life-changing tool I can definitely recommend. I got this neat little binder clip, which it's really cool, but there's not much to say about it. It sure is a binder clip. It for sure can hold pages together. But I do really like the hollowed out look, I will say. They have this, and then they have like gold, I believe, but I preferred the silver one. And these tools I'm all really excited for because they are so small and they can all fit in my pencil case. But look at this. Let's do that again. They are all very small, but look at this. Wow, my first time doing that. It is an eraser that is foldable, which is super nice. Something of this size will fit in your pencil case a lot nicer, but sometimes you need something a little bit bigger. There aren't inches on this, and as an American, I don't understand these measurements, but for all my non-Americans out there you go. Let's not throw it, maybe. Here we have the tiniest adhesive roller I have ever seen. It's actually really funny that Stationery Pal reached out to me when they did because my adhesive roller that I had just broke. And I needed a new one. And so when they reached out to me, I knew this was going to be on my list of things to get. I knew that they had them on their website because I saw them the last time I was browsing there, but I didn't get any because I already have an adhesive roller. But guess what? I don't anymore, so now I have this one. It's tiny and cute. I don't know if they have these dot liners in bigger sizes, but honestly, this one is plenty for me. I also got this tiny little glue stick. I will be the first to admit this wasn't my first pick when it came to glue sticks, but I did want something very small and compact that I could just put in my pencil case. They had these other ones that looked a little bit cooler to me, but they were a lot bigger and I didn't want to take up a whole lot of space, so I got this one. But honestly, this one works just fine. You take the cap off, twist it, take it out, twist it, put it back. There's nothing to complain about. Sure is a glue stick. And lastly, probably my favorite aside from this is this. You might be wondering what this is. It's scissors. I really, really like this. Again, I wanted something small and compact to put in my pencil case. They had stuff like this where they are memo pads and not post-it notes. And also with the post-it notes that I had. Sometimes you don't need the full size. That's where this comes in. Cut it up. Put it where you need. It's pretty great. I honestly was a little worried about using them because since they don't have the regular handles of your typical scissors, I was a little concerned they would be hard to use, but they're really not. They're really easy to hold, takes up no space at all. Absolutely 10 out of 10, can recommend. They're very fun. And last, but most certainly not least, I know I have a problem, leave me alone. Last time I mentioned my wall of washi tape, and I got some more washi tape. I know it's a problem, but like, I can't help it. Look at them. I guess we will start off with these. These are some plain simple washi tape, which I actually don't have a lot of, so these ones I can absolutely justify getting. They are a bunch of different colors. How many are there? There are 12 rolls, and I honestly didn't know if the bigger one or the thinner one would be more helpful to me, and so I said both, and I got both because, you know, but I really, really love all of the colors. When it comes to the stuff that I find in stores, a lot of the more plain, patternless washi tapes that are just a solid color are usually very bright and neon, which definitely has its uses, but personally, I prefer these more like pastel colors that aren't like super, super dull, but they're definitely a lot more digestible to the eye. So I know I'm going to get a lot of uses out of these. Next up, we got these ones. These aren't actually like a roll of washi tape. If you were to undo this, they look like stamps, but they're like washi tape, washi stickers. I don't know what they count as technically, but they're here. And I am someone who uses washi tape a lot to decorate my art with, so I thought these would be a neat little addition. I have this one, which is coffee, because love me some coffee. And then I got this one, which is of animals. There is a dog, an owl, a bunny, and a squirrel. Normally when I pick out washi tape, I usually try to pick ones that I know will go with the type of art that I make a lot. This one is purely for fun and for joy, because they're kitties. I don't know when I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really go with a lot of the art that I make, but look at them, they're kitties. They're such cute little fur babies and I needed them, so I got them. And even if I never end up using it, I own it, which brings me joy. So we're keeping it. These ones are things that I can definitely see me using in my art though. This one is a neat little lime pattern. Now I have to roll this back up without messing it up. This is not going well. Come on. It's not perfect. We'll allow it. And then this one is a neat little lime pattern. I think these would probably be most suited for like a summery themed piece, and now that it's November, I don't know when I'm going to be making that, but whenever I do get around to it, these will be a nice little touch to these drawings. And I decided to get both the lemon and the lime because I just feel like that they go really nice together. I also got this cherry one, which I'm now realizing I got a lot of food slash drink themed washi tape. It's fine. But I decided to get this cute little cherry one. It's cherries and bears. I don't really know how much I'm going to use the bear portion of it, but it's definitely very cute. I could definitely see me using the cherry patterns a lot more than the bear patterns, but either way, very much enjoy. Very cute. Also, I know it says Illy, but this one kind of looks like a little bear snoot, like a little teddy bear snoot, which is fitting. And the last washi tape that I got is this cherry blossom pattern, which I'm surprised I don't have already. They had a few different cherry blossom ones. They had this one, and then they had like a pack, but I decided that with the art that I make, I would get more use out of this one. Very, very neat. Love it. Love me some good old cherry blossoms. This kind of makes me want to make like a cherry blossom themed specific piece. Ooh, I should make like a lemon and lime specific piece and then like a cherry specific. I'm getting ahead of myself. And yeah, that sure is some stationery. I always have so much fun with stationery, so I am super happy that Stationery Pal reached out to me again, wanting to do another collaboration with me. Speaking of, it's time for the giveaway. But before we get into the giveaway details, I want to give a big thank you to all of my patrons for helping to make this video possible, especially my tiers 3 and 4 members. So big shout out to Jules, Sammy Yang 127, Hale, The Tiny Artist, Jupiter Draws, Miyoko Arts, Sage Rosato, Isla, It's Dorky Arts, Cassaroodle, Anna, Solisor Uwu, Nayhaven, Hikari Yu, Jamie, Creatively Anxious, Dazzy Bones, Michael Sasha Rose, Red Boots the Time Traveler, Kaya Knight, Alka 2, Ava Kroop, Clementine Jam, Lovely Siren, Jay Johnson, Vivi Martin, Bread, Bao Soup, Puntastic Artist, Newly D, Cedric James, Squeakers, Joss, J Maximus, Cornflakes, Bug, Planting Houses, Hen, Alzacana, Ravern, Jade Gailey, Blue, Daydream, Blue Devil 4, OMG It's Muppet, Sharu Amy, Sunset Lemonade, Danny, Corvid Dom, Kyron, Leia, Tina K, Jules F, Tokyo Draws, 707 Hachi, Aswin, Luna Yoku, Sammy the Boy Draws, Mickey Rusinek, Max McKinnon, Corrupt Brecker, K Manning, Anime Fan 110, Stray, Spotman Defenestration, Seafair, The Champ, and Mari. Thank you all so much for the extra support. It really means a lot to me. If you are interested in becoming a part of my Patreon, feel free to check the description box below. Alright, it is the part of the video that you have all been waiting for. It is giveaway time. I am very grateful to Stationery Pal for helping me host this giveaway for all of you, and I'm super excited about it, and I know you guys are too, so let's just get right into it. The rules for the giveaway are as follows. 1, you have to be subscribed to my channel and the Stationery Pal channel here on YouTube. 2, go over to Twitter and find the thread shown on screen now and reply to that thread showing screenshots of you subscribed to both of those channels, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. The winners can be chosen anywhere in the US, Canada, Europe, South Korea, and Japan, so please keep that in mind before you go and enter. But what will you be giving away, Oliver? Well, I'm glad you asked. That is an important part of the giveaway, and I am happy to say that we will be giving away this bullet journal set with a nice little coffee theme. I know that it's labeled specifically as a bullet journal set, but stationery is very flexible, so you can use it for anything really. You can be an artist, you could be a writer, or you could just be someone looking to plan out your weekend. Regardless of what it is, this is a really, really neat set that I'm really happy to be giving away to one of you guys, so I hope you guys are excited for it too. But before you go and join, I want to say, stay here. Wait a minute. The last time I hosted a giveaway, there was quite a bit of spam in the comments, and so I just want to make it very clear. A, only one winner will be chosen for this giveaway. So if a winner was already announced and you get a comment from a profile that looks like mine, then I am sorry to say that is a spam comment. Also, speaking of comments that look like mine, I will only ever be announcing the winner via my official Oliver's Antics accounts. More specifically, on Twitter. I will not announce a winner by simply replying to a comment. I will be announcing the winner winner via my official Twitter after the giveaway has closed, which is 1 week after this video is being posted. And I will be messaging the winner privately before announcing them publicly, just to be sure that they can receive the prize. I will never ask anybody to text any phone numbers. I will not ask anybody for any money because all fees will be covered for the giveaway. I do my best to manage all of the spam accounts, but there's a lot of them and I am just one man. So just keep all of that in mind and be careful. Do not give out any personal information to anybody. Do not send any money to anybody. Thank you. But if you are not the winner to this giveaway and you are still looking to buy some stationery goodies for you or a loved one this holiday season, you can still check out their website using the link below. They will be having a lot of sales and discount codes for Black Friday and such all throughout the month, so I can definitely recommend that. And if you are watching this well after the holiday season is over, you can use my code for 18% off. I genuinely really like all of their stationery, so I hope you guys enjoy Stationery Pal's products as much as I do. Just staring at the stationery and it is bringing me joy. Let me know which one of these was your favorite that I have gotten. Let me know if you have tried any of these things. I am really enjoying all of them. I would put all of them in my pencil case if I could, but my pencil case is already stuffed full and suffering. So we will see how much I can actually fit in there. But thank you all so much for watching, and thank you again to Stationery Pal for sending all of this to me. There will be a link that you can use in the description box below. If you use that link specifically, it'll help out the channel, and you can also use my discount code. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me how much of a stationery problem you have, because I have a big problem. But if you are new here, hello, my name is Oliver. I post a lot of art on this channel. I also have a gaming channel on the side, which may or may not have content out at this point, but if nothing is posted there when this video comes out, you can just edit this out, Oliver, it's fine. Or leave it in, I guess. But if you are interested in seeing more art from lol me, consider subscribing. I post videos whenever I can. I talk a lot about my original characters. I draw my original characters. All the fun stuff. And you can also follow me on social media, which will be on screen now and linked in the description box below. And if you want to check out more of my videos, there will be some on screen now, as well as in the iCard for you to check out if you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye. I said goodbye instead of bye. That was different.